My name is Frances Bodomo. I'm from Ghana and I'm a filmmaker. So I'm from Ghana, but I live in New York currently and I'm in film school. And this journey, I'm gonna say, started all the way back in Ghana, where my family and we moved around a lot. I grew up in Hong Kong and Norway, California, and in Ghana. And this movie that I made is about that experience. And so my journey really, I feel, starts with that. Coming to South by Southwest is a really important sort of end of that, or, you know, point in that journey, because South by is a festival that really opens itself up to new voices and new ways of expressing feelings. So I left New York City on March 6th, and after a series of crises, I showed up in Austin, and my film premiered on March 9th. So the movie is Boneshaker, and it's about an African family that's sort of lost in the Louisiana swamps, and they're trying to get their daughter to a church where they want to exorcise her or deliver her from an evil spirit, basically. And to me it's really important that it's a journey, because yes, I talk about my background, but to me it was about taking sort of like a road trip and beginning at the very end, so that it's at the moment of crisis that sets us off, like sort of like an exploding bomb that pushes us into the story. It's a family that is not only an immigrant family, but also a migrant family, and that's my family. And being taken to a church to be cured of an evil spirit, that's also my experience. Women of the house, like the grandmother being the head of this sort of trip to like go and cure her grandchild, like spiritually, emotionally. It's also, it's autobiographical, the movie. I think that's why all these things sort of, it's about many things, but it's really about like a culture placed in another culture, and not trying to necessarily become that culture it's placed into. So to me, I always say that it's not an immigration story, it's a migration story. It's not about being from a place, going to a place, and trying to assimilate into a place. It's more about always being an outsider and always being in between, and that feeling of disconnect from home. Definitely a lot of people who watch the film say it could be a feature, it could be a feature. But the reason why I think it's a short is that it needs to focus on the moment of crisis. What really zeroes it in on the emotional side of that, on the like pure and primal emotional side of that, is seeing just that snapshot as opposed to dramatizing everything. You could just tell the most important part of the story. That's why I like short films. I'm going to be shooting my next short film. It's called Afronauts, and it's based on a true story of the Zambia Space Academy. So it's in the 1960s, this group of exiles in the Zambian desert are trying to beat America to the moon. They're joining the space race and they want glory for their newly formed country. You know, it's just become Zambia, and they want to become the first people to the moon. And I very much started off with a more overtly political goal of, I need to show Africa the way that it's not shown from a Hollywood perspective, such that Africa is just like a flat, dark continent that's full of pitiful stories, right? And I want to tell hard-hitting, sometimes sad stories, but not from a perspective where somebody can sit and be like, thank God I'm not African, I never had to go through that, you know? Because I think, one, it's important that anybody can watch it and feel these characters emotionally as if they were them, but also have it be from Africa, so that we can stop this thing of like, you know, Africa is a dark continent, Africa is, you know, place of sorrow. As the Band-Aid song says, do they know it's Christmas time? Where the only water flowing is the bitter sting of tears. That was 1985. Now it's 2000, almost 2015. We should change that.